Buenas noches. Thank you so much for your patience tonight. I know the box office was a little bit chaotic. We organized it, unorganized it, unorganized it, and it didn't work. So we are learning. But thank you so much for being here. My name is Danais. I am the operations coordinator of the Vancouver Latin American Cultural Center. I also want to clarify that we are not 5 minutes late because we are Cubans. We are 5 minutes late because we want to welcome everybody. We want to make sure that you grab your drinks and you kind of arrive to the space. And I'm trying to do that as well as I'm talking to you. Before I continue, I would like to acknowledge that we are hosting this event on the unceded territories of the Squamish, the Musqueam, and the Slate-Watuth, and I feel very honored that they welcome me and my family to this land. Every day I feel like it's an opportunity for me to keep learning about the people that have been on this land for years and years and years, and it's also a way for me, as I do the land, acknowledge to connect with my ancestors. So I really want to thank them for that. If you keep clapping, you're not going to save anything for the musicians. VLAG is a non-profit organization with the mandate of sharing a deeper understanding of Latin American arts and culture. Our main goal and our dream is to have a space where we can celebrate the arts and culture from our countries. So we want to do that right here in Vancouver. So again, thank you all of you for supporting every event that we do and for all the new faces that I am seeing here today. We, of course, wouldn't be able to put on an amazing event such as this without the generous support of all our funders. I want to acknowledge the support of the Government of Canada, the Canada Council for the Arts, the BC Arts Council, the City of Vancouver, Metro Vancouver, and the Joseph Warren Foundation. And I want to really, really make a special thanks to our tonight's sponsor, Mogiana Coffee. For all the coffee lovers, please, on your way out, make sure you grab a sample of coffee. You can try it. You can find it also in different stores around Vancouver, Whole Foods, Choices, at the local farmers, and also at mogianacoffee.com. We couldn't make tonight's possible also without the support of the staff from the York that have been welcoming us and being really amazing, making sure that the sound, the lighting, and everything runs perfectly. Of course, our dedicated Black board of directors, which some of them are here tonight. Our volunteers, oh, they really rock tonight, especially the ones at the box office. So thank you. And of course, the incredible staff. It's only 3 of us, 1 full-time, 2 part-time, but we are the ones without the volunteers and the board that make events like this possible. Lily Vieira, our executive director, and Angela Mejia, our social media coordinator. That's the club, the fans. We are super excited about tonight's concert. I am really sure that the energy from the musicians that are going to be playing and the dancers, through the years, they became friends, and through the years, they became family. So I'm pretty sure that that energy is going to go all the way onto the audience. So my invitation for tonight would be connect with your neighbors, connect with the people that are around you. You know, make eye contact, bring a smile to somebody else, because that is going to make the difference for tonight. So thank you, all of you, for being here. I really, really wish you have a wonderful night. Thank you very much.
from Cienfuegos, on congas, Héctor Ramos. Straight from Havana, Cuba, on timbales, the legendary Jose Sanchez. Give it up. Ahí nada más, sabrosura. Sí, señor. Buenas noches, Vancouver. Buenas noches. We are super excited to be here. You know, it's been a while. Vancouver was our city, straight from Cuba. We came here, and Vancouver opened the heart and the arms for us, you know. Probably some of you know who we are, because we used to work around Vancouver. You know, Vancouver. We used to work here for many years. You know, we were living in Vancouver for 6 years before we moved to Victoria. And this is my beautiful wife, Cynthia Rodriguez, on piano. Please give it up. This is a beautiful night. I thank you everybody for coming. You know, it's a wonderful opportunity to meet everybody again, and hopefully I can see some of you later when we finish. Don't forget to say hi. I'm not gonna get sentimental. It's just something that I got in my eye. So this is sounds of Cuba. We used to do some work with the Vilac before, and we used to call it Club Havana. For some reason, somebody else took the name, and we're happy with that. You know, we created people so we can create another name, and there we are. Now we have Sound of Cuba. So please give it up for Sound of Cuba and these wonderful musicians. It's a little journey about Cuban music. You know, Cuban people are a little relaxed. I would say, as every Latin person I know, maybe, I don't know. But we're gonna try to play everything chronologically, you know, from times in the Cuban music, but sometimes we jump to the future and back to the past and whatever. But we're gonna make a great night for you, I hope. I hope everybody go home with a smile, with some tears, why not? Because it's gonna be all kind of music here. Now we're gonna continue with something that if you ever been to Cuba, any part. How many people? Sí, señor. This is something they play everywhere there. And it's called Son de la Loma. I could give you many details about this, you know, like who was the composer or whatever, but there's no more talking. You know, my English is not good, so I'm going to try. It feels like Cuba here now, you know. I'm getting pretty hot in there. What is the Hyundai? All right. Dice así. Mamá, yo quiero saber de dónde son los cantantes, que los encuentro galantes y los quiero conocer, con sus trovas fascinantes que me las quiero aprender. ¿De dónde serán? Ay, mamá, serán de La Habana, serán de Santiago, tierra soberana. What about this beautiful surprise over here? Please give it up for Adi Rodriguez.
Muchas gracias. Muy buenas noches. Hello, Vancouver. How are we doing tonight? I'm super excited to be here. Very honored and very thankful. I flew 5 hours to see you, and I am so happy to be here. God bless you. We're gonna have an amazing night. We're gonna really enjoy. Are you ready, Vancouver?
Ahí en Vancouver se goza, se baila.
¿Dónde?
Ahí en Vancouver se goza.
Ay, yo lo sé, nene. En Vancouver se goza. Mira.
Se baila.
¿Dónde?
Ahí en Vancouver se goza.
Yo lo sé, yo lo sé, yo lo sé. Que en Vancouver se goza. Ay,
Se
qué
baila.
lindo. ¿Cómo?
Ahí en Vancouver se goza. Everybody
Ay,
salta.
se baila. En Vancouver se goza, nene.
Se baila. Ahí en Vancouver se goza.
De aquí para allá, de allá para acá, vamos a bailar, vamos a gozar la rumba buena.
Baila. Ahí en Vancouver se goza.
Se baila, aquí en Vancouver se goza. Se baila, aquí en Vancouver se goza. Muchísimas gracias. Muy buenas noches. Thank you very much, everybody. I tell you, when Miguelito called me about a month ago and said, Ares, would you like to come to Vancouver? I said, of course. I would love to go to Vancouver. And let me tell you, they drove me all around today. You have such an amazing city. Such a beautiful place. I've been to Victoria, I've been to Vancouver, the ferry. Being from Cuba, and I live in Toronto, so we're surrounded by lakes. And I love Toronto. It's a city that has given me so much for the last 22 years, and I love this country. But you know what I miss? The smell of the ocean, the smell of the sea. And my husband said, when you go to Vancouver, you're gonna feel just like if we're home. And I feel right at home. Thank you for allowing me to do that. Thank you.
Ahí nada más, sí, señor. Please give it up. This is a special surprise for us as well. We're pretty lucky to have her around, so please, yeah, that's great. You know, I have to tell you a little bit of history of Cuban music, I believe, I suppose, because this is the sounds of Cuba, and you may have some questions. Maybe there's a Q&A section later on. But, you know, we're going to go back in time. If I read my notes over here, I don't know if many of you noticed, but now I'm using glasses. These are new ones, and they're not reading glasses. They are one of those that you can see up and down, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not working. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to guess a lot of stuff tonight. So, you know, we're going to play a rhythm. It's called danzon. It's almost like a ballad, but you can dance really close. Don't get too close, please. Respect others. ¿Qué pasó? Anyway, so this was created by the bass player. He used to play these big halls. You know, imagine people coming from Europe, some slaves coming from Haiti, you know, with the French costumbres. I don't know the word in English now, but yeah, well, anyway. Traditions, we say, traditions, yeah. So they mix of that. So they imagine the people with the long dresses, dancing. The big band is playing, but it's not a big band with horns and all that. Just strings, some flutes, and oboe maybe, something like that. And they started playing this kind of music in a Cuban way with this rhythm behind, some African roots and some other stuff. So this one is a danzón. It's called Almendra. We're gonna do a version which is a little old, and then it gets pretty new at the end. See what? Cubano pasado por agua. De Guatemala, Fito García. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, everybody. I want to thank you right now to the VLAC for having us, back in Vancouver. Please give it up for the organization. I think they're doing a great job keeping all the the Latin community together and doing great things, about arts, about people, about community, everything. That's the idea, I believe. You want to keep going with the history of the Cuban music, or just... I hope some of you are learning something today, If you need more, you can go to Wikipedia, Find some extra stuff up there. I'll just wait for the next concert where we have new glasses.
Yes.
I know, man, it's crazy. I'm about to be 50, so please give it up for that, eh? The next tune, we're gonna go in the other route. We were in the big salon, people with the long dresses, long hair, all, with the fancy stuff. But in the countryside of Cuba, there was also a mix up there. And they mixed the Spanish guitar with some African rhythms. And that's how we create something called changui that we're gonna play something later. As I said before, it's gonna be all over the place. But this one now is gonna be a son, a traditional son montuno. It's not actually montuno, it's just a son. And it was created by Ignacio Piñero, one of the famous composers in Cuba that I think it was something like maybe more than 100 years ago, something like that, if I'm not going crazy here. If I'm lying, please let me know. He was the creator of the Septeto Nacional. Of course, that's the first time they have a small band with a tres player, some instrument that's supposed to be there, but it's not there. I don't know. It's maybe behind there somewhere. Bass, they got maracas, they got guitar. They have a trumpet player. For the first time, and in Cuban music, exactly. So we're gonna play this next tune. And it's, of course, in Cuba, everything is about love. I haven't finished my sentence. Are you married with a Cuban guy or with a girl or something? I'm getting red over here. No, what I'm trying to say was about love, regular day at work or cooking or something, Everything is shown in the dance, everything is shown on the music. And this one is called Échale Salsita.
Yeah.
So put salt on it,
Yeah.
It's like that old lady over there. I hope there's so many kids around here. You know that commercial that put that everywhere. Like, yeah. So échale salsita. Please give it up for the legend in the Valdés, Jose Sanchez.
Salí de casa una noche aventurera, buscando ambiente de placer y de alegría. Ay, mi Dios, cuánto gocé. En un sopón la noche paseaba alegre por los bares luminosos. Llegué al Bacaná. En Catalina me encontré lo no pensado, la voz de aquel que pregonaba así.
¿Qué decía mulato?
¡Salsita! Y en Catalina me encontré lo no pensado, la voz de aquel que pregonaba así.
What about this other surprise? Give it up for Lullabies and Iván Nuñez. Ahí nada más. Así se baila el son montuno. Bueno, as I said before, that was the history of some food around over here and some salsa. And we got something called butifarra that you may know, and you don't want to know how it looks like. The butifarra could be really big or really small, you know. Are you laughing? And now we're gonna say, we got salsita on this side and we got butifarra on the other side. So we say, ay, salsita por aquí, butifarra por allá.
Pero, ¿qué hay? Ay, salsita por aquí, butifarra por allá. Ay, gózalo, mi vida, que
Ay,
sí.
salsita por aquí, butifarra por allá.
Butifarra, que te gusta,
Ay,
que te
salsita por aquí,
encanta.
butifarra por allá.
Ay, salsa pa' aquí, salsa pa' allá.
Ay,
Mira.
salsita por aquí, butifarra por allá.
En Catalina, señores.
Ay, salsita por aquí, butifarra por allá.
Como hay butifarra, nene, como.
Ay, salsita por aquí, butifarra por allá.
Salsa, butifarra, cómo no.
Salsita por aquí, butifarra por allá.
Ay, qué lindo, qué bonito, qué sabroso.
Salsita por aquí, butifarra por allá.
Por allá, por allá, por allá, por allá,
salsita
por
por
allá,
aquí,
por allá,
butifarra
por
por
allá.
allá.
Ay, qué lindo de verdad.
Salsita por aquí, butifarra por allá.
Cómo goza, cómo baila tu menene.
Salsita por aquí, butifarra por allá. Butifarra por allá.
Butifarra por allá.
Butifarra por allá. Butifarra por allá.
Butifarra por allá.
Butifarra por allá.
Échale salsita, échale salsita, échale salsita, échale salsita.
Sí, señor, sabrosura. Give it up, everybody. Lullabies, Iván Nuñez, Adi Rodríguez. Ahí nada más, sabrosura. Sounds of Cuba. With some dance of Cuba as well.
This next song is one of my favorite songs of all time. When I was a little girl, my grandmother used to sing it to me to sleep. Now, today, before I go any farther, I want to dedicate this song to a boy that's in the audience. Because this song is his special song to go to sleep. And his name is Itzae. Wow. So,
That is Fito,
and that
grandson
is
over there.
Fito's grandson. Now tonight, I'm gonna do the song in a very special way. Yes, it's a lullaby that it was made by the one and only, very famous by the one and only Bola de Nieve. You know which one I'm talking about. And tonight I will try to sing it just like Bola did, on his same key, which is very hard for a female, but I will really try. And it's for him. Let's do it.
Papá, la negrita, se le salen los pies a la punita y la negra me sé. Ya no sabe qué hacer. va a comprar nueva cunita que va a tener capité y va a tener cacahué. Si tú drumes, yo te va a comprar mamey bien colorado. Si no drumes, yo te traigo un babalao. Itzae, que da pau, pau, pero que drume negrita, drume que yo va a comprar nueva cunita que va a tener capité y va a tener cacahué. Si tú drumes, yo te va a comprar mamey bien colorado. Ese no drume, yo te traigo un babalao que da Vancouver, pau, pau, pero que drume negrita que yo va a comprar nueva cunita que va a tener capité y va a tener cacahué. Que va a tener capité, que va a tener cacahué.
Adi Rodríguez. Drume negrita para el chiquitico.
To Itzae and to my two daughters who are sleeping in Toronto right now.
We still awake? Okay.
I'm going.
See you later. What's going on? You don't like my voice or what's going on? Just kidding. You know, we're gonna continue with another rhythm. I'm gonna need some help with this one. You know, when I call him the legendary. I'm not kidding. It's not because he's old. It is because he's one of my best friends. Even he doesn't believe that. And sometimes we fight, like today. But we say, man, sorry, I gave him a hug. I hope we're good now. And this is Jose Sanchez on timbales. Please give it up. I don't do that for so many people, confessing now that I say sorry. I hope you appreciate that, man. No, it's true. And also, I want to talk about the rhythm. Forget about that. That's a personal thing. We discussed that later. Okay. Sounds good. As I say, food. Jose Sanchez, everybody.
Thank you so much.
No, what I was going to say, he knows a little more about this rhythm, but he's a really knowledgeable guy. Not because he's old, as I say. In Spanish, we say, más sabe el diablo por viejo que por diablo, So. But no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the experience of playing with many people. He grew up in Cuba as myself, but he got the chance to play in big bands. That was the era of probably the last time that big bands were actually successful in Cuba. And playing all the traditional, real deal Cuban music that is unfortunately getting lost a little bit. So we're trying to show you that Cuba is not only about reggaeton and timba and all that. We got so many rhythms that express a lot of feelings, in life that is really important for us as a little older people, showing you the next generation. I hope everybody's young there. Forget about it. So anyway, let's go back to Pilón. He's going to tell you a little more about that, about the composer, about what it's about, and then we're going to show you how to dance it so you can go home, record with your phone, and you can dance and practice this, okay?
Well, thank you so much.
That was a big introduction.
Exactly, yeah. Now you put me in the biggest spot. So, Pilón is not one of the most famous rhythms that we have in Cuba, but it's a great rhythm. It was created by a great composer. His name is still alive. It's Enrique Bonne in Santiago de Cuba. So he was looking the way that people using the mortar to smash coffee. So he created, because the movement that we're doing, but the pattern wasn't created by him. It was created 10 years before that by a great timbal player from the band of Chepincho Ben. In 1951, Esmerido Ferrer was the one that created the rhythm that we call Pilón now. But anyways, keep on going now, eh?
No, we're going to show them, so you go back there. You're not supposed to come here. You're supposed to sit down there, man. That's why we fight sometimes, Jesus Christ. Jose Sanchez, everybody. You take the mortar. He said the mortar. We say the mortar. The T for us has to sound. Forget about it. We cannot say Tim Hortons, that kind of stuff. So the M-O-R-T-E-R, mortar.
Mortero. ¿Todo bien?
If you want, I don't know what is the policy over here, but if you want to practice, you can stand up and do it. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Hay un ritmo que me tiene loco, sí. Ay, me tiene loco, el ritmo pilón, para que bailes tú, mi amor, para que goces, no te sofoques, te explicaré cómo se baila, y ya verás qué rico es, el ritmo pilón, qué rico es. Ay, qué rico es el ritmo pilón, para que lo baile usted. El pilón para que lo baile usted. Ay, qué rico es. El ritmo pilón para que lo baile usted. El ritmo pilón para que lo baile usted.
Ya lo aprendí, ya lo aprendí, ya lo aprendí. El pilón es sin miseria.
Oye, el pilón, caballero, se goza aquí en tu casa. Por eso mira, bailalo sola y tú vas a ver lo que pasa, mamá.
Ya lo aprendí, ya lo aprendí, ya lo aprendí. El pilón es sin miseria.
Le gusta a la niña y a la señora y también a la jovencita. Por eso todo el mundo está gozando y bailando con mi musiquita.
Ya lo aprendí, ya lo aprendí,
Y se me fue la
ya lo
vocecita.
aprendí. El pilón es sin miseria.
Pero que mira con un pasito para adelante. Ahora usted me ve. Vamos a gozar, caballero, que esto no hay quien la aguante y es chévere.
Ya lo aprendí, ya lo aprendí, ya lo aprendí. El pilón es sin miseria.
How's everybody doing the pilón up there? I hope I can see you, but you know it's still really dark up there. There's some people dancing over there. I see Maria, I see Elmar, I see my compadre Sergio around there. All the family that we have in Vancouver, all the friends, you know. Thank you so much for everything you've done to us, you know. And thank you, Vancouver. Así que mira, I invite everybody and practice the pilón. Vaya, dice así.
Ya lo aprendí, ya lo aprendí, ya lo aprendí. El pilón es sin miseria.
Cintura. Ajá.
Ya lo aprendí, ya lo aprendí, ya lo aprendí. El pilón es sin miseria. Ya lo aprendí, ya lo aprendí, ya lo aprendí. El pilón es sin miseria. Ya lo aprendí, ya lo aprendí, ya lo aprendí. El pilón es sin miseria. Ya lo aprendí, me tiene loco, me tiene loco. El pilón me tiene loco.
Pero que mira que me tiene desquiciado y ahora me tiene bailando solo. El pilón tiene su tumbao y ahora yo lo gozo y te sofoco.
Me tiene loco,
Ay, María,
me tiene loco,
me tiene loco.
me tiene loco. El pilón me tiene loco.
Vamos a cantar lo bonito ahora con el sound de Cuba. Hoy el pilón está riquito y quiero que todo el mundo lo goce y se suda.
Me tiene loco,
Tiqui, tiqui, tonto.
tiene loco.
Y me voy.
Me tiene loco, el pilón me tiene loco.
Ahí nada más, sabrosura. Give it up for Borne. And Jose Sanchez. La leyenda. Tremenda locura, caballero. No sé qué pasó. I don't know what happened. But my voice is gone. I don't know. Maybe it's the nerves. I love Vancouver, although it's a big city now compared to Victoria. I don't miss the traffic. Finding parking and some other stuff. But I've been in Victoria for 12 years, I think now, or around that. I've been part of the Navy band over there, so I'm a truly Canadian citizen sailor in the Navy, serving the country. So please give it up for that too. Unbelievable. You can imagine how many push-ups I had to do to get there. It's all gone now. I'm sorry. But I still serving the country by playing the trumpet. I think right now it's about time before I start doing, mimics stuff, the silent language, to invite Aris Rodriguez again, please give it up. Just wait until I go and come back in bikinis. You're gonna clap, they're gonna clap like for real.
I can't wait to move.
No, this is, there's no way. Óyeme, Jesús, este es mi concierto, mi hermano, tiene que callarte la boca, ¿qué cosa es eso? Siéntate ahí, no hables más, está bueno ya. Oye, me tiene aquí loco, no puedo concentrarme. Te quiero, cuídate. Jesús Yerrezuelo, special friend. If you remember the old times of Puro Son, he was the bongo player, so. Ahí nada más. Bueno, go back to the sounds of Cuba, the history, and I was saying, there's no way we can say that Cuban music is popular without this that's not going to say now. And yes, it was popular before, but this was a boom. And it was about 1996 that they made this special movie, a documentary about some old musicians in Cuba that they were all forgotten. Some of them were cleaning shoes, some of them were losing their mind a little bit. And then these guys show up in Cuba with some money, of course, some people from England. I would say Nick Gold is the name of the guy, the owner of World Secret recording label, sorry. And then we got Ray Cooder, guitar player from, I think, California. And then we got Juan de Marcos Gonzalez. So they were the people who put their mind on calling all these old people back to the scene and playing some real traditional Cuban music. And that's how Buena Vista Social Club happened. At that time, I was a young guy, about probably 20-something. I was playing Tropicana, the big cabaret in Havana, but sharing the stage with El Guajiro Mirabal, the trumpet player from the Buena Vista Social Club. He's in the movie. So I was there with him. We traveled together. We enjoy. And it was the time that they create bands for all the singers of Buena Vista Social Club, including Omara Portuondo, Ibrahim Ferreira, Eliades Ochoa, Compay Segundo. They all have their own band. So they're still the same project, but different bands. Luckily, they asked Guajiro Mirabal, we want a trumpet player for Omara's band. And the name I came out was my name. So I'm glad, and I'm thankful. He's like my father for me, about trumpet, about life, about everything. He's getting old, but it's still there. And I'm thankful for that. I played with Omara Portuondo of the Buena Vista Social Club for 7 years, traveling all over the world, playing. So pretty lucky. There's no way we can play a Cuban concert without playing some of the hits that they did in that. So please give it up. I'm not Ibrahim Ferrer, but Adis is pretty close to Omara Portuondo, so she's gonna try. We're gonna do that. This one is called Silencio. Dice así.
que me da la vida. Si supiera lo que estoy sufriendo, de pena moriría también. Silencio, que están durmiendo los nardos y las azucenas. No quiero que sepan mis penas, porque si me ven llorando morirán. Porque si me ven llorando morirán. Porque si me ven llorando
Give it up for Adi Rodríguez. Ahí nada
Gracias.
más.
Gracias, gracias.
Sí, señor. Buena Vista Social Club. Can't go wrong with that. Now we're gonna take it a little up, and maybe you know the name of this one, and you will sing with us.
De Alto Centro voy para Macané, llego a Puerto voy para Mayarí.
Let me hear Vancouver. Cha, 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 cha.
De Alto Centro voy para Macané, llego a Puerto voy para Mayarí.
El cariño que te tengo no te lo puedo negarse. Me sale la babita, yo no lo puedo evitar, tú ves.
De Alto Centro voy para Macané, llego a Puerto voy para Mayarí. De Alto Centro voy para Macané, llego a Puerto voy para Mayarí.
Cuando Juanita y Chan Chan en el mar servían arena, como sacudí aljibe, a Chan Chan le daba pena.
De Alto Centro voy para Macané, llego a Puerto voy para Mayarí. De Alto Centro voy para Macané, llego a Puerto voy para Mayarí.
Limpia el camino de paja que yo me quiero sentar en aquel tronco que veo, si no, no puedo llegar.
Chan, 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 chan.
¡Eva! Bueno, bueno, bueno.
Chan, 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 chan.
Are we ready? Okay. The first thing I'm going to ask all of you is to please, please, please help me with a bit of clapping. Shall we? A ver. Cha, 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 cha. Now, the coro is very easy, and we're going to do it together. I want to sing with you tonight. Okay? Vamos a ver. Mira. Chan, 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 chan.
Chan, 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 chan. Chan, 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 chan. Chan, 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 chan. Chan, 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 chan. Chan, 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 chan. Chan, 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 chan. Chan, 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 chan. Chan, 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 chan. Chan, 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 chan. Chan, 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 chan. Chan, 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 chan.
Chan, 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 chan. Chan, 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 chan. Chan, 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 chan. Chan, 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 chan. Chan, 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 chan. Chan, 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 chan.
De Alto Centro voy para Macané, llego a Puerto voy para Mayarí.
De Alto Centro voy para Macané y llego a Puerto voy para Mayarí.
De Alto Centro voy para Macané, llego a Puerto y voy.
Vancouver. Pa Mayarí. ¡Eso! Beautiful.
Adi Rodríguez.
Let me hear you. Chan, 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 chan. Tú ves.
Chan, chan.
Ay, let me hear you, Vancouver, 'cause I can't. Ay, Gonzalo, que mira, pero baila los mulatos, pero vamos. Ay, chan, 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 cómo no, que sí, que sí. Ay, con Miguelito Valdés y Cintia y el resto de la banda, tú ves. Ay, Gonzalo, que mira, pero baila los mulatos, pero vamos a decir. Tanto centro voy. Chan, 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 chan.
Ahí nada más.
¡Eso!
Sí, señor. Ahí nada más. Sabrosura. We got one more scene. One more thing. One more thing. Use the. One more thing. No, one more thing. This is real special. We're getting out of here. Women's got the power.
¿Qué te importa? Que te amé. Si tú no me quieres ya. Si el amor que ya ha pasado no se puede recordar. Fui la ilusión de tu vida un día lejano ya. Hoy represento el pasado. No me puedo conformar. Si las cosas que uno quiere se pudieran alcanzar, tú me quisieras lo mismo que 20 años atrás. Con qué tristeza miramos un amor que se nos va. Es un pedazo del alma que se arranca sin piedad. Si las cosas que uno quiere se pudieran alcanzar, tú me quisieras lo mismo que 20 años atrás. Con qué tristeza miramos un amor que se nos va. Es un pedazo del alma que se arranca sin piedad. Es un pedazo del alma que se arranca sin
Give it up, everybody. Cynthia Rodriguez on piano. Adis Rodriguez on vocals. The Rodriguez sisters.
Muchas gracias, muchas gracias.
Sí, señor. It's unbelievable. We're getting ready, to go home, I think. Nah, just kidding. But we're getting there. We got a couple more tunes for you. This is a proof of the kind of musicians that we deal here in Vancouver. I'm not talking only about the Cuban people. We've got great artists all over the place. We're pretty lucky. And this is one of them, Jose Sanchez. He played percussion, but now he's going to jump onto this Spanish guitar that we call the tres, and it's made in Cuba. It's a little different. You'll see the sound. And we're going to go back in time, as I said before. We went to the future, now we're going back. 1996, we're going back, I don't know, another 100 years back. And this is a rhythm that I was talking, that was the predecessor. Oh, what a fancy word. For a Cuban guy, who came to Vancouver in 2006 and never went to school and everything. The predecessor of the son cubano. This one is called
The what? Sorry, the what?
son cubano.
The what?
Predecessor. Predecessor. Sounds sexy, right, Cynthia? Pretty sexy. There we go. Dice así.
La música llamada changüí es buena y medicinal. La música llamada changüí es buena y medicinal. Solo se puede tocar con instrumento criollo. Es una música loca, es sincopada para bailar. No es una música loca, sino que es sincopada para bailar.
Como se baila, se toca. Como se toca, se baila.
Como se baila, se toca. Como se toca, se baila.
El tresero está borracho y cuando toma lo toca.
Y el del baila se goza. Como se toca, se baila.
Pero que mira, te traigo el changüí de Guantánamo pa' que todo el mundo se
Cuando
sofoque.
se baila, se goza. Cuando se goza, se baila.
El tico lo está gozando con el bongo que lo toca.
Cuando se baila, se toca. Cuando se toca, se baila.
Ay, yo te traigo el changüí guantanamero. Oye, muchacha,
Cuando
no
se baila, se toca.
se
Cuando se
formó.
toca, se baila.
Deja que Roberto te toque y te pase la mano pa' que tú veas que te
Cuando
sofoca.
se baila, se toca. Cuando se toca, se baila.
Por allá tratan los guantanameros gozando con mi
Cuando
toca.
se baila, se toca. Cuando se toca, se baila.
Ay, se toca y se baila. Se baila y se baila y se toca.
Cuando se baila, se toca. Cuando se toca, se baila.
El Trey, por Cienfuegos, con hongos, Héctor Ramos, give it up.
Se baila. Se toca. Se baila. Se toca. Se baila. Se toca. Se baila. Se toca. Se baila. Se toca.
Díselo, muchachos.
Se baila. Se toca.
Oye, que se baila.
Se baila.
Ay, se baila y se toca.
Se toca.
Se toca y se baila.
Se baila.
El changüí,
Se
señores.
toca.
Como dice Iván, que se baila así.
Se baila.
Oye, muchachos.
Se toca. Se baila.
Oye, mira,
Se
conmigo.
toca.
Pero que mira que se baila,
Se
toca.
baila.
El changüí.
Se toca. Se baila.
Ay, el changüí me
Se
provoca.
toca.
Ay, me provoca
Se
gozar.
baila.
Y me lo llevo.
Se toca. Cuando se baila, se toca. Como se toca, se baila. Como se baila, se toca. Como se toca, se baila.
Ahí nada más, que verá José Sánchez. Son 3. Estos Ramos son bongos. Así es como se baila y se toca en la montaña de Guantánamo. Ahí nada más, sabrosura. Y ahora sí estamos llegando a final, ¿o no? ¿Todavía? Sí, nos vamos, seguimos. My mom, my grandma. Ahí nada más. You know, I'm gonna pass this one. It's happening, it's happening, it's happening. We got a few more. Lágrimas Negras is for the next song for Cuba, you know. Because it is from the 1960s to the, you know, just kidding. But we can do it later. In the parking lot.
When we cry.
No, right now we're gonna continue with, you know, all this influence in Cuban people for many generations, doing song, this kind of music. But then the youngest people, got so many other influence from pop, from funk, from everything else, happening in the world. Although Cuba, if you know Cuba a little bit, we were almost like in a cage over there. We didn't have internet for many years. My first computer, I got it when I showed up here in 2006, and I look at it, it's like, what is this? So anyway, people were creators, and then this happened, all the new movement of Trova. So people with the guitar making new songs, with the influence of course, the song and the traditional stuff, but they put poetry on it, they put different chords, different melodies. I think Adi is supposed to talk a little more about this.
Yes. No,
So I'm gonna shut up now.
and I think that the one we're gonna do right now is extra special because the author, we lost him very recently. And that's Pablo Milanés. Everybody knows this one. If you do, sing it with us.
Esto no puede ser no más que una canción. Quisiera fuera una declaración de amor, romántica sin reparar en formas tales, que ponga freno a lo que siento a raudales. Vancouver, let me hear you. Te amo, yes I do, yes I do. Te amo, eternamente te amo. Si me faltaras, no voy a morirme. Si he de morir, quiero que sea contigo. Mi soledad se siente acompañada. Por eso a veces sé que necesito, Vancouver, a ver, tu mano, your hands, yes I do, tu mano, eternamente
Si alguna vez me siento derrotada, renuncio a ver el sol cada mañana, rezando el credo que me has enseñado. Miro tu cara y digo en la ventana, Pablo, Vancouver, for you. Let me hear you. Yolanda, Yolanda, eternamente, Yolanda.
Yolanda,
Ay, Yolanda, eternamente, Yolanda. Yolanda, Yolanda, eternamente, Yolanda. Yolanda, 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 Vancouver, one more time. Eternamente. 1, 2, 3. It's all you. All you.
Sí,
Thank
señor.
you.
Mr. Pablo Milanés, please give it up for Adi Rodriguez.
Eso, gracias, gracias.
She's gonna take a little break, she'll be back. But we're almost there. Sí, señor, ahí nada más. We hope, we can bring her. She's actually doing a great project in Toronto. And it's a big band from the 1950s kind of look and sound. It would be great to have her here in Vancouver somewhere. So maybe we can make that happen some point. Now we're going to continue with the more poetry, but this one is a little more upbeat, so you can actually fall in love with us and dance and do... Sorry? Oh, you. 778-552. Dice así. Vaya, mamita. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, Sarapa, sarapa. Sarapa, sarapa.
Qué manera de quererte, qué manera.
Qué manera de quererte, qué manera.
Qué manera de quererte, qué manera.
Si tú sabes que te quiero, niña buena.
Qué manera de quererte, qué manera.
Esa niña no se puede quedar
Qué
sentada.
manera de quererte, qué manera.
Ella quiere gozarlo la noche entera. ¿Dónde podré evocarte si no en tu risa? Tu risa de jardín y primavera. ¿Dónde podré evocarte si no en tu risa? Tu risa de jardín y primavera. Auténtica locura que acaricia mi voluntad que acaba por tenerla. Qué manera de quererte, qué manera. Qué manera de quererte, qué manera.
Qué manera de quererte, qué manera.
Pórtate bien y ven pa' la escuela,
Qué
mamá.
manera de quererte, qué
Pa' que aprenda
manera.
con la música cubana de veras.
Qué manera de quererte, qué manera.
Yo te quiero, mamita, mi manera. ¿Dónde podré soñarte si no en tus ojos? Tus ojos de puñal y cementera. ¿Dónde podré soñarte si no en tus ojos? Tus ojos de puñal y cementera. que se escapan de tu rostro, con la mirada tierna y placentera. Qué manera de quererte, qué manera de quererte, qué manera.
Qué manera de quererte, qué manera.
Oye, mamacita, pero mira, dame un besito, morena.
Qué manera de quererte, qué
Que
manera.
yo te quiero, mami, mira como tú quieres que te
Qué manera
quiera.
de quererte, qué manera.
¿Dónde podré vivir si no en tu sexo? Tu sexo febril delirio. ¿Dónde podré vivir si no en tu sexo? Tu sexo febril delirio. Oleaje incontenible del deseo que libera mi cuerpo del hechizo. ¡Hey! ¡Qué manera de quererte!
qué manera.
Ahora sí que nos vamos hasta afuera.
Manera de quererte, qué manera.
Se formó la hormiguera, se formó la guapería como
Manera
quiera.
de quererte, qué manera.
Esa niña me dice que la quiera, mira la fuerza que
Manera
tiene.
de quererte, qué manera.
Mami, no te pongas belicosa,
Qué manera de quererte, qué manera.
que yo sé cantar la rumba y esa es la cosa.
Manera de quererte, qué manera.
Ay, dame un besito otra vez,
Qué manera de quererte, qué
que yo
manera.
te juro por mi madre que no sé de ti me enamoré,
Qué
mujer.
manera de quererte, qué manera.
Ay, qué manera, qué manera.
Qué manera de quererte, qué manera.
Ay, qué manera, qué manera.
Manera de quererte, qué manera.
Y ahora te traigo un bambito a caballo como suena,
Manera de
mamita.
quererte, qué
A
manera.
caballo y a caballo y a caballo y a caballo y a caballo.
Qué manera de quererte, qué manera.
Bueno, mira. I think this is probably about time we can just say bye-bye, everybody. Bueno, before we finish this one, please give it up for Cintia Rodríguez on piano. Fito García on bass. Héctor Ramos on congas. The legend, José Sánchez on timbales. Adi Rodríguez on vocal. My name is Miguelito Valdés. Muchas gracias, everybody. Por eso, mira. Oye, sabrosura es sentimiento. Vaya, pero repite el coro que dice: con sabrosura es sentimiento. Es lo que traigo en mi corazón. Te lo dedico con
sabrosura y sentimiento.
Oye, mira, sabrosura. Sabrosura y sentimiento.
Con sabrosura y sentimiento.
Oye, que mira qué ricura, caballero, pero mueve la cintura por atrás.
Sabrosura y
Oye,
sentimiento.
mira, mami. Sabrosura.
Con sabrosura y sentimiento.
Sentimiento. Sabrosura.
Con sabrosura y sentimiento.
Sentimiento. Pero mueve la cintura.
Con sabrosura y sentimiento.
Oye, que mira con ricura. Y yo me voy caminando.
Con sabrosura y sentimiento.
Pa 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 pa. Pa 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 pa. Sarapa, sarapa. Sarapa, reira y ana. Ahí nada más, sí señor. Sí señor, everybody. Thank you so much. Before we go, I want to thank all the staff in the York Theater. What a great place, right? Give it up. All right, all right, all right. We got one more. We got one more. This is. I know you guys don't want to hear me talk anymore, so. But I gotta say thank you, you know, and thank you, a special thank you to Vilak and Danayera, which is our sister in crime, for all this beautiful music, beautiful sound that you're getting home tonight. Give it up for all the staff at the York Theater. I was trying to say, yeah. Beautiful place. Commercial Drive, always the best. We gotta go, but we'll be back, okay? We'll be back. Now, this is really, really back to the future, like maybe 2 days ago. ¿Qué pasó, muchachón? Drume negrito. We're back to the future now, back to the future. This is a solar in Havana. Right now, this is happening right now, and it sounds like this. Guaguancó de tiempo España. Lo que suena ahora, mami. Timba con guaguancó. Ya estoy aquí nuevamente. Vengo con un estilo diferente. Ven, pa' que nadie te lo cuente. Y ahora esto se va a poner caliente. Ahora
Estoy aquí nuevamente. Vengo con un estilo diferente.
Quito, quito.
Ya estoy aquí nuevamente.
Oye, que mira, te traigo
Y si tú calientas, yo también caliento.
Pero pórtate bien, Jesucito, que te estamos viendo loquito. Tienes a Dana y loquita y conmigo no quiero cuento, mijito. Pórtate bien.
Ahora te traigo el son de Cuba.
Para que goces tú también.
Y si tú calientas, yo también caliento.
Oye, con la mano para arriba y también para los lados. Vamos a gozar ahora, que ya llegó mi tumba.
Ahora te traigo el son de Cuba.
Y la voz se me ha acabado.
Y si tú calientas, yo también caliento.
Caliéntame, dame chiqui chiqui, pa' que lo baile la niña, pa' que lo goce la titi, titi.
Ahora te traigo el son de Cuba.
¿Cómo está eso, muchachos?
Y si tú calientas, yo también caliento.
Pa, 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 ra, 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 ra.
Y si tú calientas, yo también caliento. Y si tú calientas,
Hands up, everybody, come
yo
on.
también caliento. ¡Ey! ¡Cha, cha, 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 cha! Y si tú calientas, yo también caliento. Y si tú calientas, yo también caliento.
Oye, tú eres una cafetera, tú calientas pero no cuela. Repite el coro.
Tú eres una cafetera. Tú calientas pero no cuela.
Yo sé que se te fue la junta.
Tú eres
Tú
una
eres una cafetera. Por eso mira te digo que tú calientas, pero yo sé que tú no vuelas, que no.
Tú eres una cafetera. Tú calientas pero no vuela.
Oye Yula, mueve la cintura morena, pero caliéntame a la gente y llévatela pa' allá, pa, cuando
Tú
fuera.
eres una cafetera. Tú calientas pero no cuela.
Ae, la chambelona, mamá.
Calienta pero no cuela.
Ae, la chambelona, mamá.
Tú calienta pero no cuela. Miguelito y son tumbao de Cuba.
Oye que yo me voy con Miguelito, me voy con su tumba.
Me voy con Miguelito y con su sound de Cuba.
Oye Yula, yo me llevo a la gente para abajo que me voy
Me
mandado.
voy con Miguelito y con su sound
Bye bye
de
everybody.
Cuba.
¿Pa' qué tú me llamas si tú no me conoces, mamá?
Me voy con Miguelito y con su sound de Cuba. Me voy con Miguelito y con su sound de Cuba.
Me voy con
Miguelito y con su sound de Cuba.
me voy con
Miguelito y con su sound de Cuba. Me voy con Miguelito y con su sound de Cuba.
me voy con
Miguelito y con su sound de Cuba.
Oye que yo me voy caminando sabroso. Me voy.
Voy con Miguelito y con su sound de Cuba.
Chica topía, dice everybody.
Me voy con Miguelito y con su sound de Cuba.
Oye, menéalo, hasta tiqui tiqui ta, ta,
Me
ta.
voy con Miguelito y con su
Oye,
sound
muchacho,
de Cuba.
el que no baile con esto porque está muerto.
Me voy con Miguelito y con su sound
sound.
de Cuba. Me voy con Miguelito y con su sound de Cuba.
Nos vemos, everybody.
Thank you so
Nos
much,
vemos,
Vancouver.
Para Vancouver. Y buena Yula, Iván Núñez, Cintia Rodríguez. ¿Cómo dice? Da, 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 da. Pa, 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 da, 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 da. Oye, con la cafetera, tú calienta pero no suena.
Ay, tú eres una cafetera. Tú calienta pero no cuela.
¿Cómo?
Tú eres una cafetera. Tú calienta pero no cuela. Tú eres una cafetera. Tú calienta pero no cuela. Tú eres una cafetera. Tú calienta pero no cuela. Tú eres una cafetera. Tú calienta pero no cuela.
Oye, mira, pero no cuela, no. Me lo llevo sabroso otra vez. Concha que dice.
Miguelito con su sound de Cuba.
Oye, con el sound de Cuba nos vamos. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Voy con Miguelito y con su sound
Nos vemos la
de
próxima.
Cuba.
We see you next time, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, bye.
Voy con Miguelito y con su sound de Cuba. Me voy con Miguelito y con su sound de Cuba. De Cuba. De Cuba.
Y de Cuba vengo. Y de Cuba soy. Thank you so much, everybody. We see you next time. Give it up for everybody. Ahí nada más. Take it easy. We see you next time. We see you next time.